Okay, are we back up? Hi you guys, anybody, can you give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if you can hear my voice? Sound is good? Thank you, I appreciate that. Robert, thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, so have you worked with this item before? This is a winter melon. Well, you can have it in the summer too. This is very common, especially this time of the year in India, and we make a lot of dishes with this. You can make desserts out of this, and shakes. But I'm going to show you, because it's such a huge vegetable, you must be wondering, how are you going to finish all this? To be honest with you, this has a lot of water content and it is going to cook down when you do it. So I'm going to show you 3 different varieties of curries that we make with this. Especially for Onam and Vishu, when we have the big feast on the banana leaf. The items that I make with this, that I'm going to be showcasing today, are key important things to be served on a banana leaf. So the banana leaf, it's called a sadhya. Sadhya meaning a feast with all the vegetables. So I'm going to show you how to prep this, how to cut it into different sizes and shapes, and how we can make with it. So if you're all ready, let's get the show on the road. So for this, I have few things laid out. These are the same ingredients that we will be switching around to make different types of curries. One is going to be an oil-free curry, very easy, just few ingredients, and it's going to be really simple. And the next one, it's going to be a plant-based. There will be a coconut and things all in there, along with some red beans, which we need to soak it for at least half an hour, which I did ahead of time for you guys. Can you hear me? Is everything good? Okay, so I got thumbs up, thumbs down. All good?
Yeah, good.
Okay. All right, so this is the red beans. 1 cup of red beans, which I have been soaking in the water for like about half an hour. I did that ahead of time so that you guys will learn from it. So first thing we are going to do is use an Instapot or a Indian cooker. Therefore, we are going to pop all of this along with some water into our pressure cooker. Okay, and get it on our back burner here. Just enough, because we don't want a lot of water in here. We're just going to let this the pressure to come and make 1 whistle, and that's going to be enough. Okay, so I got my rubber, what do you call this? Some days it just doesn't, it's fine. Thank you, Jay. Some days it's really tough to talk. I don't know. Okay, so I got the whistle, I got the washer, it's all secure. Now we're gonna pop it, close our lid, twist and turn. Remember our vocabularies, you guys. Is there anybody who's coming back to watch us? I know Jay, Robert, I have seen you guys over. Thank you. All right, I got it's closed, you guys, and make sure to there's nothing in the whistle, right? I make sure of that. Close it. Let's let this sit for about 1 whistle. Okay, let that baby go. Once its first whistle comes up, we're going to turn it off and then let that sit for that pressure to release on its own. In the meantime, we are going to prep our winter melon. You could buy, if you visit any local Asian stores, you will see that they will sell it as a whole, or you could buy it in small portions. And I'm going to show you how to cut this, because it is such a huge, there is tiny little needles there, but our pressure is already coming up, you guys. Yeah, it happens really fast. Okay, just cut it, use your arm power. Let's cut this open, and like I said, similar to our watermelon, but it is a winter melon, and you can use the seeds to plant. See that? It's beautiful, whitish inside, lots of seeds. it will grow really fast, and you don't need a lot green thumb to grow these babies. So we're gonna work with a half for now, so that you guys can learn from how to cut it, prep it, all that kind of stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna let this sit here. And by the way, it does have a white stuff and it will wash off, so don't worry. Now, how I do it is that this is a Indian a thing that we use to collect all the garbage, so that I don't have to visit the garbage bin every so often. There are a few tips that we house moms follow to save some time. Now, first thing, we need the seeds. So I'm just going to use a spoon and do the spoon trick to get that seed all out. It's very easy. It's all intact with this membrane right here, and it's going to come out really fast. Okay, my camera crew is giving you a close-up. See how fast they came out? Very fast. Let's keep that to the side. We could use that for later, in case if you like to plant. If you're a person who likes to do some gardening, you'll enjoy that. I'm just scraping down all those extra fuzzy stuff that is in here. Okay, all right. And I know somebody was asking if we can add one more episode of live cooking. I really appreciate you guys giving me another chance, and we are taking that into consideration. Last week I did do another live on Friday. Because it was a Friday, we made a snack. But in case if you haven't seen that, please go back and visit us. Hello, hello, hello. It's called winter melon. Yes.
Does it taste bitter or sweet?
It doesn't have a distinctive flavor like that, bitter or sweet. It's more like very, very watery, as if you were eating pear. Okay, it's not too sweet to that pear content, but it does not give any very, very strong flavor of anything, any bitterness or nothing like that. It's just going to be cooking down. I just took out the head here. That's the hardest part. Just pop it out, right? And when you work with a big surface like this, it helps clean up much easier. Okay, I'm just going to get the bottom portion like so. And we have made lots of varieties with this. Any more questions? But it doesn't take... I hope I was able to explain how this tastes like, but we can actually very mild ingredient vegetable, so that whenever you use spices, it will absorb really fast. Like I said, you need a lot of this to make a good meal. Okay, and the shell, it is pretty hard. Okay,
like watermelons.
Like watermelons. So I do need to use a little bit of arm power to just get that shell out, the peel out. Okay, we're just gonna do that here. The first whistle is coming up, you guys. I'm going to turn it off here in just a minute or so that we don't overcook our red beans. Okay? That's good. Okay? Those Indian pressure cookers does do the job really fast. Very small and convenient. So if you have ever worked with that, use that or use the Instapot. Which one you have on hand? If it is for Onam, I do use the Instapot because I'll be making it large. We are going to be collaborating with other friends. Not during COVID time. I was talking about the normal time. But during COVID time, it's just me, moi, and my family. Okay, let's take this down. Were you able to guess from the thumbnail what I was holding? Just curious if you guys were able to guess what I was going to be making today. Okay. Now when you go to an Indian store, they will sell this to you like in half or quarters, okay? And when you get it, you will still have to work with this peel and the seeds. And there's lots of khichdi's, pacharis that you can make with this, along with olin. That's another dish that I'm going to be showing you today how to make. Very, very common in vegetarian families. Okay. Most of us who live here doesn't use a lot of the Asian vegetables. So these are Asian vegetables. You have to visit an Asian store to see them. I haven't seen this one in our local grocery stores here, but you know what? Everything is so close by. Now that we are living in the US, all the options are available to us. We just have to try it. Okay? And please do use that comment box so that I can message or talk to you guys too if you have any questions. Okay? Okay. Alright. Now you don't have to wash this now. Not at this stage, because it was in that shell. Okay, I'm just going to keep this to the side here, and we will use that later, you guys. So because this is full of water content, if you wash it, it's going to be a mess. So what I like to do is cut this up so that it is easier for us to work with. Okay, let's do the first curry, which is going to be a buttermilk curry. And for that we need somewhat of a big size cubes. So what I like to do here is that just cut them into, if this is such a huge piece like so, I'll cut this in one more half. See that? Very easy. Try to get them all in one size for easy cooking. They'll cook evenly. Okay, and now just add all of this into a non-stick pan here and get some water in there. Okay, into this we're going to pour some water along with some turmeric powder and paprika powder. Well, somebody was asking, do I have to say paprika powder? Well, red chili powder comes in many forms. I just wanted to make sure that you guys do understand. Just a good teaspoon and a half of turmeric powder, and if depending on the spiciness of your red chili powder, use that. I'm using the red chili powder for the nice glowy red color, so therefore I just added half a teaspoon of that. Now we're going to bring this to our boil. Okay, let's give it a whip. All right, so the first curry is almost the hard part is done. We just had to cut it down. Okay, we are not going to season this right now, but soon. In the meantime, I'm going to take a jar, a mixing grinder jar or blender, whatever, which one you have. Use a little bit of coconut. By the way, I will have this recipe pop up on your screen in about just a few seconds so that you guys can follow along or take a screenshot to make it later. Okay, I got some coconut, grated coconut. I grate myself, so there is that brown stuff from the shell, you guys, coconut shell. And we're going to add just a pinch of cumin into this, along with 1 or 2 green chilies. Okay, I'm going to keep this to the side. Now, when our the winter melon is cooking, we need some garlic flavor. So for that, just trim off the ends of the garlic and just smash it down. If there's any anger, your kids did not listen to you, you had a fight, get that all out on that garlic and just smash it down. And then release your pressure, adds flavor to your dish. Okay, so now we are going to add some, close this up and grind this to a fine paste, you guys. Okay, so on to that. Let that go. While this is cooking down, we're going to put some curry leaves in here and stir. So while this is cooking, I am going to show you a technique here. I'm sorry I couldn't get a clear pan for this, but this is the first extract of coconut milk. This is the second extract of coconut milk, and this is the third extract of coconut milk. In case you did not make your own coconut milk at home, use a can of coconut milk like so, and pour portions of this into 3 different containers and pour more water in there. So the less water content, or this is the concentrate form, this is somewhat like the 2%, this is the 1%. It's for you guys' convenience. Okay, so we're going to use a little bit of our coconut milk in here. Okay, and we're going to cook this. Hi, can I get a thumbs up? Are we doing good with the audio? Yes, good, good. Very, very good. Let that cook. Now, I did have a small portion of ginger ready. Now, I'm just going to take that. Okay, let's keep that to the side and just chop this down. Don't close this at this time because it will overflow. That coconut milk will overflow. That we don't want. We don't want any extra cleanup, right? Okay. Let's add our ginger in there and a couple pieces of green chilies. Now when I do my green chilies, right, I just split them in half so that in case if it's too spicy, we can just throw it out. Okay, you could de-seed it and just put the green chili as is, but you know what, we like it a little bit spicy here. Not too spicy, but just a bit spicy. Let's check on our coconut. Need some more water. So here what I'm going to do is get some water from our kettle, which has been, it's not too hot, but that's going to help me grind our coconut into nice fine paste. Okay, all right. With one vegetable, how many curries can you make? Well, imagination. Just as many as you want. Okay, here's a whole milk or whole fat yogurt, which I got about 2 cups worth of it. I'm just going to use a whisk to make it into as fine, as smooth as possible without any water, because there is enough water in here, and we just poured some water in our coconut paste. Okay, we're just going to mix it all up, making sure that it's going to blend in well. And when you're using a non-stick pan, it's good to use a wooden spatula rather than a metal one for long lasting, long shelf life, you guys. Yeah, thank you Amazon customer for following us. I don't know who you are, but I do appreciate that. Do please hit those follow buttons so that it is an encouragement for me and it's fun for you. Okay, all right. Now with this jar, I love how they give you 2 lids, one with that and the other one with this. See that? So the beauty of this is that you don't have to use anything else to scrape the sides down. Okay, because it's a fine paste, I don't have much to do. So we're going to use our jar. This is the fine paste that I got. I'm going to add all of our coconut in here. Now as moms, we don't want to lose anything, right? So what do? I'll show you. All that water, it just evaporated, you guys, and now our curry is starting to form into that nice thick curry, right? So here's what I do. In case if there's a bit of our yogurt that did not get blend well, you're going to pour all that back into our blender or grinder, food processor, whichever you are using. Okay. Now this is a gravy curry, so you do need some water in here. Okay, get that all out. Let's cover this. And then blend one more time.
Shuttle life, start to follow. Shuttle life.
Shuttle Life. Thank you, Shuttle Life, for following us. Really appreciate that. So just make sure I have a silencer for that Blendtec. I really like their features. I will get to that big giant comment here pretty soon, but this, I really like that feature, you guys. It is very convenient so that I can still talk to you guys yet not disturb our video, right? So at this time I am going to turn off my stove because this is really hot and I got yogurt in here. We don't want it to split, right? We don't want it to curdle away. Now we're going to slowly pour our buttermilk into this and mix it up. Okay, let's mix it, mix. Because of the temperature difference, it will split fast. So by turning off our stove, we did kill the heat, but we're going to stir this around so that it doesn't split but come to somewhat warm temperature. Okay, all right, this is the reason why I did not add the salt in the beginning. Now as we cooked our yogurt, we're going to add our salt. All right, turmeric has a lot of healing power, you guys. It's really good for you, lots of antioxidants. So we try to incorporate turmeric in everything and anything. Lots of curries, lots of home remedies that you can use turmeric for. So let's give it a good mix. Mix. Once that foaming part gets down, that's when we know for sure our curry is almost done.
Do you want the ingredients?
Yes, so at this time we are going to pop up our screen with the ingredients so that you guys can take a screenshot of what's going on here. All right, I like the name Shuttle Life. What do you do, Shuttle Life? Yeah? Okay. Ooh, it just gets so hot all of a sudden. Okay. Let's cook this down. It took us, what, 10 minutes to make this curry, you guys. That's how easy it is. Now, if you are a person that doesn't like dairy, you could definitely make this in coconut milk. That is totally fine, but I wanted to show, because we have lots of viewers coming from all over, right? I wanted to show you different recipes as well. So, as moms, this is what you do. You rinse your pan into that. Okay, we are done with that. Let's mix. Okay. See that? I'll just clean up a bit here, and then I'll show you the next thing, which is going to be an Olan, you guys. Olan. O-L-A-N. Oh, excuse me. Okay, at this time, let's add some salt. Now, salt is totally up to you. How much, how little, is totally, you're in control. So please do you. Okay. Love this. See that? Even though we added red chili powder, do you see the redness coming out? This is the color that we want. That's why I added both the combination of turmeric powder and red chili powder, the paprika. That will give that nice golden yellow color to our dish. Okay. Very, very flavorful. It's not spicy. The spiciness is going to come from our green chilies. So Now let's just give it a one more last minute of changes here. Let me just wash up here pretty soon. Hands are clean. Our dish is almost done. Now all we have to do is temper our curry. Now how do you do that? I'll show you that too. We can use there's two methods. You could use a small pan like this, or you could do the tempering portion first and then do the rest. But I feel like to add flavor, texture, and everything, you need to do this separate. Okay? So our curry here is done. I'm gonna keep this to the side, and I'm gonna turn on my pan here. Because this is a small pan, it is going to heat up really fast. So what do? Pour some coconut oil in here. Okay, and let that, oh, it's hot, it's hot, 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 hot. Okay, into this we need to add curry leaves, which is going to do its dance, mustard, fenugreek, that's totally optional, only if you like it. So I am going to do both of that along with some shallots or pearl onions. So this is the pearl onions that I'm going to be using. Okay, my kids were so nice enough to peel them for me, so it's much easier. We do a lot of prep work ahead of time, making our lives much easier, guys. So my girls did that. Okay, because it's pearl onions, it's really hard to hold on to. You can use a fork or something in case you are not an expert like other chefs out there. We are home chef, okay? We learn as we go. So I got the pearl onions. I got the curry leaves. Now, curry leaves is totally up to you. We added a good sprig of that in our curry leaves, but we do need it to temper our dish. The next thing what we need is dried chilies. It's not for the flavor, it's just for the look. Because you eat with your eyes first and smell, then you taste it, right? So I'm just taking 2 of that out along with, and now this is the fenugreek, you guys. This is my handy dandy spice box. I already have this listed in our store here. So in case if you do wonder where can you get it, please check out my store, and that will have all the ingredients that I'll be using here. So this is red chili powder, coriander powder, turmeric powder, fenugreek, cumin, dried red chilies, and mustard. This is my to-go box for any dish, any non-veg, vegetarian. This is my tempering tool. I have one for non-veg, I have one for vegetables. Depending on if you're making jasam, sambar, that is totally different of its own. So into this, we're going to heat up our pan. Okay. No, I do not have cold. It's just that for some reason those spices do let you know by making you cough and sneeze. Okay, that's how you tell your curry is ready. So this spice box comes with a itty bitty spoon. I'm going to use that to get my mustard in. Now mustard is up to you. I'm adding 1.5 teaspoon of mustard. Now not too much of fenugreek. We don't like too much of that, okay, because it will burn fast. So let's lower our flame. The mustard is starting to do its dance in the oil. We are going to go in with our fenugreek and then all the ingredients that we have aside. The red chilies, the curry leaves, and the pearl onions. It's going to be really fast. Okay. The dance. Now this time we are turning it off because we don't want it to smoke up here, right? Let's put all our fenugreek in. Next goes our. Now if you have a shield, please use the shield, the net thingy, or if in case if you don't have it, do it fast and step away. Woo. Okay. Got it. Woo. All good. Now at this time, let's do the dance for a second. Goes in with our red dry chilies. Crush it and pop it in. That's it. One dish is done. Very good. Let's bring our dish back in on the screen here so that you guys can see how it's going to look, okay? Check your seasoning. If you want to add more, you are more than welcome to do so. But look at this. Good curry. Okay? I'm going to pour all of this into it right there. And now it needs to sit. For all that flavors to merge in, we need to let that sit. So I'm not going to transfer this to a serving platter right now. It is going to sit for some time, and then we're going to talk about the next dish. So in the meantime, let's talk to you through what I showed you earlier, the red small beans, right? Look at that. So our red beans is almost done, you guys. You see that? It's not cooked to the fine paste, but it does have it did cook well enough, and there's not much of water content in there because we don't want it too watery. Okay, this is good to go. I am going to keep this to the side, and we're going to work with our winter melon. Okay, for the next curry, which is the Olan, we need to cut this into thin slices and then into small pieces. Okay, so let's do that. Any questions so far, you guys? What's the name of your store?
Yeah,
oh, you got it. Curry TV, you guys. Curry TV. Okay, Olan recipe is going to pop up on your screen here very soon. And so that you guys can take a screenshot of that. If it is too harder, right? You don't need that. You can just leave that out. Now we're going to cut this, chop them into small slices like so. Not too thin, not too thick, right? Can you see that? My camera crew?
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah.
See, they're not too thin, not too thick. So that's the size we need. We are just going to chop the rest of them just like so. And I'm going to show you. I did not do all this ahead of time so that I can show you how to cut them and prep them. That's why. In case if you feel that I should do that early enough so that I'm saving time, then please do feel free to jot that down in the comments section. Okay, very good. Let's do. I do 2 at a time because it's easy. Otherwise, it will slide, and I do not want to cut. It's always best to use a sharp knife rather than a dull knife because that's how you get more accidents in the kitchen. But you know what? I'm sure you guys knew that, right? So I am showcasing all South Indian curries. So if that's the question, I'm showcasing all South Indian curries. Then this might not be all familiar to you. So if you have not ever visited Kerala before, you may not see this. In an Indian restaurant, they try to give as the most popular, demanding dishes that is very common, such as butter chicken, naan, tandoori, all that kind of stuff on their menu. This is totally a South Indian dish. So in case if you feel like you want to try something exotic, try this. That's what I mean. Okay.
Do we have non-GMO spices in our store?
No, there are few that are non-GMO. All the labels will give you that. I don't have anybody that I work with, but I am in the lookout for that. I am also looking for organic, non-GMO, all that kind of labels on our spices, so that I know many of you guys were asking about that last time too. I will figure that out. At the current status, I do have few brands that does provide non-GMO products that is actually listed on our store. Not all products, but some of them. Okay, so you need about 5 cups of this cubed winter melon to do the next dish. So I'm just going to chop them up. Do send those comments and questions down so that I can entertain you guys. Okay, how many returning viewers here on this episode? I'm sorry I did not warn you guys ahead of time about the Friday live event. It was totally a surprise. We were just checking out many options, but you know what, we did good. It was a good turnaround. I'll show you all that, and I believe you can come back and visit those videos too. But doing the live, I get to talk to you guys, you get to ask me questions, all that kind of stuff. So I am planning on doing a second episode this every week, you guys. I just didn't determine the date, which one is convenient, which is suitable, because I need to do it off hours, otherwise I will lose a lot of you. I know there's lots of working people out there. Alright, there's that. Let's get some more. Now if you make a little bit more than 5 cups, that's fine, because this do save in the fridge for overnight, and then you can have it tomorrow. My family size is about 6, so therefore this particular dish is going to be gone in seconds, because we all love this. It's a very, very mild dish, so therefore everybody, all age group, will enjoy this dish. So not too complicated, not too spicy. The ingredients are very, very minimal. I will show that. Can we have this screen pop up please for Olan? Yes, please. Okay, it's up. So please take a moment to take a screenshot of our recipe so that you guys can refer that to next time when you're in the thrill for making something fun and full of flavor and full of nutrition. Okay, and one more set. Okay, this is somewhat ready. Let's get our big pan on the stove here. I'm going to turn on my stove, let that heat up. Am I rubbing this? Is it this? Okay, I'm sorry. I am very, very sorry. My hair is caught in between the mic. Sorry, you guys. Alright. So I just worked with half of that winter melon, and we just made almost 5 dishes, you guys. I mean 2 dishes, you guys. Almost 2 dishes. You could add this in a sambar. You could add this. You could make a stir fry, which is going to come next, which is going to be an oil-free stir fry. And that for that also we need to cut it like just like this. Okay. Okay, the pan is nice and hot. I am going to put about 5 cups of this into our pan. I really like this bench scraper, you guys, from Zulay Kitchen. I really appreciate them. They were our sponsor last time, and it's really easy, and I love their products that they are very convenient and price is just right, and it is lifetime warranty. So hey, no bargain there. Okay. And it is going to cook it down, you guys, so don't worry. You might be thinking, oh my god, this is a lot of quantity, but no, seriously not. Okay, into this we need to add, I'm just going to keep this to the side for our next dish. I'm just going to take a few of our green chilies. You could split them or leave them as whole if you like to. I'm not even going to cut it all the way so that kids can enjoy it too. And there's no spice powder that we use in this recipe. No turmeric powder, no red chili powder, none of that. We're going to flavor this with some curry leaves and then use a spatula here to look at this. We are going to cook it down. We're going to pour that beans, the red beans that we cooked in the pressure cooker or in the Instapot for you guys, whichever one you would like. Very easy, convenient, right? I'm going to put all of this into that, and the moisture from this is going to help cook that our winter melon. Okay. Now it's going to change color, okay? Don't worry, that's what we want. That water is going to evaporate, and then we're going to pour in our third extract coconut milk into this. I just gave you a tip of how to make your own coconut milk at home. If you like to use the traditional method, you grate the coconut first and then you squeeze out the milk first, and that's the extract right here. And then you use the same flush that you just squeezed out, put it back into your blender, pour some more water in, and extract again. That's the second extract, and that's what I have here. And then you do the same process again to get the third extract, fourth extract, and go on. By fourth extract, it's just going to be done, but don't throw that away. If you have an earthen pot, that's the thing that we use to season our earthen pot. So please do check. I do have a video of that, how to do that, in our channel. So please do check that out. Right? At this time, I do want to flavor, because we got our red beans and our winter melon in there, along with some coconut milk. It's going to evaporate, you guys. That third extract is going to evaporate because it's majority water, and the water from our winter melon is also going to cook it down, and it's going to be full of jello mellow stuff here. Okay, season to according to your desire. So just because I added about 1 teaspoon of salt doesn't mean you have to, because everybody's palates is different. I totally understand that, but you know what? Do I have a question about cookbook? No, man, not yet, but soon. Not yet, but soon. All right. Okay, let's get that let that simmer away. I am going to continue cutting some more for our next dish, which is an oil-free stir fry with the same ingredients. And for that, we need about another 5 cups of winter melon. So therefore, I'm just going to cut this down. Did you know you can make a good shake out of this? It's very healthy for you, helps you lower your cholesterol. Lots of home remedies, you guys. That is also featured on our channel. Please do check that out. With one dish, one vegetable, you can make a lot of curries. I mean, curries, chutneys, lots of stuff. Okay, this is a good one to make pachadi and khichdi. That is also a typical South Indian cuisine, curries served on our banana leaf for that veggie feast. Alright, once this is done, we'll get the just maybe another half or so. Like I said, those winter melon does grow pretty tall. They are actually a vine. It grows on a vine, and it goes up to anywhere from 5 to 8 pounds each winter melon. And you could pick them, choose if you are the farmer or if you have this at your property. You could use it in the early stages to make lots of different squashes, juices, all that kind of stuff. Once it gets to the mature stage like this, they are so big and the water content is more in there, then these curries are the best option for you. Okay. By the way, I do have my husband who's actually monitoring, helping me with monitoring for the comments along with the camera. He's the one who's managing that. So don't worry, I got extra hands behind my back doing its invisible work. My kids on this other side are testing for my audio. Everything is good. All are good. Let's give it a good stir here. Okay. See that color change? Love it. The more curry leaf in this dish is absolutely good. So don't opt out of leaving those curry leaves to the side. It actually adds a great flavor to this curry. We're just going to take some more of our winter melon. Now I need a bowl to catch all that. It's been fun, you guys. The weekend's been fun. Now that there's more sunlight, more of activities inside the house, more cleanup, prepping our yard for vegetables, for winter, summer vegetables. All those are fun. We do have a banana leaf in the backyard, and so we love to clean that up, prune it, tune it to our desire, and we are just getting ready for, in August, there is the festival called Olan, and for that we do want to eat off of that banana leaf, so we need to take good care of our banana tree. Thank you. Because it's COVID time, no, we are not going anywhere. We are actually staying put, just following the guidelines from our healthcare providers and government agencies, so that we are not increasing the numbers. But it is scary to see all those numbers increase worldwide. Okay. Let's cut this down one more time into half, and this will store. You can wrap this in with a saran wrap, and they will keep in your fridge for up to a week. Again, totally up to you. There's, like I said, tomorrow I'm going to make a sambar, and majority of this will go into that sambar. As a mom, as a working mom, I try to eat as healthy as possible, make a large sum, so it's, I'm not panicking about what to feed my family. Okay. Let's scoop out our seeds. That membrane helps get that out. Now, I was not joking. It has a lot of water content. You see that? That itself is from that the seeds itself. See? You see that?
Yes.
So there's lots of water content in there, and it's totally fine, no problem. It's not bad. Especially for summer, when your body is heating up, you need to eat healthy, right? So this is a great dish to add. All right, this is perfect. I'm going to go in with our second extract of coconut milk. Check for seasoning. Once that, so the consistency or the thing that I keep in mind is when you place this dish on your banana leaf, it should not drool down, because we are eating off of banana leaf, right? So there's no edges. You shouldn't let that go out. So we need to cook it down to that consistency. Okay. Fig chutney is amazing. You can make lots of stuff with that fig. I mean, really, It's good for you. So I'm just gonna cut this down, you guys, for easy method. I'm just gonna, so this is how you could sell the Indian stores here. They sell it either in half or in quarters. So once you get it, there's a white stuff, and that's very common. It doesn't mean it's rotten. It just means that's how this vegetable is. All right. So if you don't want to get on your hands, use the gloves. No problem. I'm used to this, so I'm just gonna get this down. In case if you haven't had your workout for the day, this vegetable will make sure that you get your upper body workout. Okay. My husband is laughing at me. It's okay, I forgive you. Okay, flip it around. See, when you work with small pieces, it's easy to manage. Otherwise, it will slide down, slip away. We don't want that. Okay, one portion is ready. And again, we need to keep an eye on our dish here. Make sure to not to overcook our veggies, but get that water content down. That's why I limited myself from pouring in a lot more of that water when we were cooking our red beans, red small beans. Now, do you have to soak it? It helps you, it makes your life much easier, but you know what? The pressure cooker, you just have to do it one more whistle. That's it. Say in case you forgot to put this red beans in water for half an hour, that's fine. Just pressure cook it for another whistle or so. Now, if this is your first time working with this vegetable or any of this in your recipe, you have to try it for yourself, and that consistency will automatically come to you. It's because you guys are seeing this as a live. There's no hidden tricks or camera tricks behind this. So anything what you see here is as raw as that. So no hidden stuff here. All right. Whoa. Let that sit. How are we doing on time? Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
We're good. Okay. So we're almost done with this dish. I just have to work on the next one. So I'm just going to cut this up, and I'm going to get the next pan going here. We have our first extract of coconut milk, which need to go in there. Like I said, it's been a long day. I'm looking forward to that Friday. Mondays are kind of, you know, just jet lag or hangover from the weekend. Not from wine or beer, but you know what I mean. Okay. All right, you guys. Where are you guys watching from? Is this too early in the morning for you guys, or too late in the night? Just curious. Just out of curiosity that I'm asking. Now, this next dish is an oil-free dish that very, very simple, very few ingredients, but I love the flavor of this. And now, sometimes I do add garlic in that, and sometimes I don't. So I don't know which recipe do I have. Is it with the garlic or without the garlic? I'm sorry. Like I said, that it's simmering down. Our dish is done, baby. Let's turn this off and pour in our first extract of coconut milk into that. This is nice and thick, you guys. Look at that. See how thick it is? Let's give it a good mix. Check for seasoning. Okay, at this time we are going to close it down with some coconut oil at the top, just a teaspoon or so, not too much, and fresh curry leaves. Now, do you have to do it? Absolutely not. But if you do it, I would really greatly appreciate it, because you're going to be amazed with all the flavor. Okay, that's it. Our dish is done, you guys. This dish is done. Now I will show you how to plate this. I'm going to close this because after you pour that coconut oil, and that curry leaf, it needs to, that flavor is just like woohoo, it's all awakened, right? Now they need to let know each other before we serve it so that it's easier on us. Okay, let's use a oven mitts, gloves, whichever one you have on hand. Put this baby to rest on the side, right? And let's get the next one going. And for this one, I'm using a small pan like so. And we are going to
put the ingredients.
We are going to use the ingredient. Show you the ingredients right now, you guys. Do I have more followers coming along? La Nouvelle New Orleans. Okay, Orleans. I am sorry, I did not get that, but you know what? Thank you. I hope that is good. Please help your sister out. Okay?
You're going to make the stir fry, right?
I am going to make the oil-free stir fry, and for that I have a pan on my stove with no fire. Okay?
If you want to look at the ingredients.
Please check out the ingredients, you guys. Take a moment to get a screenshot of that. It's very, very few ingredients. Like again, you could add more or less, totally up to you. Okay, one more to go. Hiya! Cooking helps with anger management and stress relief. For me, at least. I don't know about you guys, but sure does for me. Okay, let's get some more of this. We need about 5 cups. So therefore, I'm just slicing some more of our winter melon. So the hero for this evening was winter melon. Very common in Asian market, Asian grocery stores. So in case if you're checking out an American grocery store, you might not see this. But be the daredevil, go visit it, not like, you know, the peak time, but the next time when you're in the mood for trying something exotic, try visiting a Asian store, and you'll be amazed with all the latest all the new vegetables that come, especially seasonal. That's really good, full of varieties there. There is one fruit which I'm going to ask you, anybody who has answer to this will be acknowledged during this live. Which fruit changes color and seed as it ripens up? Anybody? Somebody? Anybody can answer this. Which fruit changes color of its flesh and seed as it ripens up? Any guesses? Anybody out there? Okay. And I love this cutting board too. Very easy, very sturdy. See, it's not going anywhere. It's solid as a rock. Okay, let's pour. It is a boost cutting board, you guys. Yes. Any answers so far? I'm going to pour up, add all our winter melon, which I cut up, into our pan here. And this is the last dish, you guys. You gotta have stay with me here. We are making 3 dishes within 1 hour out of the same vegetable, same ingredients or similar ingredients. I'm making it healthy. 3 varieties, okay? Did anybody guess? No guesses? My goodness, come on. Come on, you guys. It's an Asian fruit. It's rare. That's the clue that I can give you. Does anybody know? If nobody answers, I'm not going to give you the answer right now. At least guess one word. Okay? Let's do this more. No? No one guessed the fruit? Okay, after I say, it doesn't matter even if you type it, I will not say your name out. Okay? Let's do the fair game. It's papaya. Papaya changes its flesh and its seed as it ripens up. And I did show you a recipe. Oh, was it here or somewhere else? I believe. I've been doing a lot of cooking shows, you guys, so therefore I kind of get mixed up. But on my channel, you can definitely go back and check it out. The green papaya flesh is going to be white, similar to this, and the outer covering is going to be green, and the seed is going to be white. As it ripens, it will change the seeds to black. The seeds will change to black, and the flesh will change to orange. Something like a not as orange as an orange, but ripened mango. That's how it will look like. Okay, so into this we are going to add all our winter melon that we just cut up. We're going to start our stove here and just get the rest of the ingredients in there. That's it. Okay, let that go. Again, fresh curry leaves. We used curry leaves in all 3 dishes. Okay, and we need black pepper for this. No green chilies or red chilies in here. We are using black pepper. Freshly ground black pepper is the best. Now that is totally up to you how spicy you want it. You can add more or less. Okay, did you learn something new today? If so, please give me a thumbs up. Right? Okay. Alright, you guys. Alright. Because this is going to cook down, you don't need a lot of the black pepper. We need to season this with some salt. I'm using Himalayan salt. Healthy for you. Good for you. So try that. And the next thing we need is freshly grated coconut. Coconut. How many do you wish, right? So that's up to you how much you want to add. I just added about a cup or so. We are going to stir this down, making sure that it catches all that flavor, right? The moisture from this vegetable is going to help it cook it down and all that ingredients to lively. Okay, that's how it is. All right. The next thing, what I do need, I like to top it off with some shallots. Shallots. Now, you could use onion. By all means, no problem, right? But I like the flavor of shallots in this dish. So, a thinly sliced shallots is best. So, I'm going to cut this up. Okay, get all of that in there. The recipe is going to pop up on your screen here pretty soon. My magic hands are working behind me, and they're just going to give you a shot of all that ingredients that I just used with exact measurements. Did I say I'm not going to put turmeric powder in here? Oh, sorry, I am going to put turmeric powder in here, you guys. I got mixed up. Talking and cooking doesn't go along with me. Now you can tell. Okay, just a teeny tiny bit of turmeric powder. Okay. Let's mix it up. Now if you cover this right now, you will see all the water just making it a big pool of water here. We don't want that. Ooh, a new language for me. I am so sorry, I do not know that language, but I will ask my translator, please help me out. What is that?
That's Hindi.
That is Hindi. Wow, wonderful. So you must be wondering, what kind of a crazy woman are you? Well, for your information, I grew up here, so therefore I did not get a chance to learn that beautiful language. But if you feel like you could translate that for me, please do so. But well, my translator is also kind of out of shape at this moment. He or she has not been practicing his or her in Hindi here. Okay. So we are just going to cook it down. Make sure to stir it in between, because you do not want to burn at the bottom of this pan. Right? It's a very, very, very good curry here. Like I said, this is an oil-free. Love and grace. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So I grew up here, and after my marriage, I got to know the wonderful language of Hindi. Somewhat of it. I know a little bit of Tamil. But mainly I focus on Malayalam, which is from South India. And that's what I speak, even at home and to my kids. My kids do understand and can read and write Malayalam. They have been taught how to read and write their names in Malayalam, but they're not as fluent as we are. But you know what? Everyday practices makes it better. So we are going to try again. We have a very, very passion for languages. Both of us do learn Japanese. I was introduced to Spanish and French. So, you know what? Language is always interesting to us. So, in about a couple of minutes, as you can see, that water has evaporated. See that? It's very, very cooked down to, it did shrink down a bit. Now this is good for when you're making that banana leaf wrap. So if you're traveling, right? So here's the story. When you're traveling, my mom or most people back in the day when there were no tiffins or lunch boxes, they usually wrap their meal in a banana leaf. So in that banana leaf, they have a fried item, an omelette, a chutney, a gravy, some sort of a stir fry, a papadam, something like that, in there, wrapped all in that banana leaf and just tucked in, right? And you know what? We all eat with our hands, so we are very used to that. And when we do sit down, all the curries that you put in there should not run around. So anything that is not too gravy is what we usually put in that banana leaf. And this curry is absolutely one of them that you can actually make a podichor. That package is called podichor. Okay, banana leaf package is called podichor. Yes, my hands are writing it down for you. Podichor. The banana leaf one package is called podichor. The tiffin or the packed lunch or packed meal. Okay, this dish is done, you guys. Voila. How easy is that? Wow. I came in the early 90s, you guys. Not that long, but I can totally relate to them. My pranamams, and it is really an amazing journey, especially to all those people who are living outside of their home country. I envy you guys. I really appreciate all the love and support that our friends and family, our community is giving to us, especially during this time. There's a lockdown. So just imagine if your family or relatives are back in India or anywhere else for that matter, and you cannot go back to visit them. Either they're having health issues or they might be in a severe financial situation, so they could be in a strict lockdown. Either way, we will not be able to go there. Their rules and regulations do change time to time. So just imagine all those frustrations that we as an immigrant has to go through. Not everybody might not be able to relate to that, but you know what? This world just gives you a lot of lemons. At that time, you just had to put on a very big smile face and squeeze those lemons into lemon juices. That's what we do. And with that, I am done with this dish. I am going to platter this so that you guys can see how I did it, what I meant by each dish. So I'm just going to just to clean up a bit so that you guys can see presentable here. Okay, and now everything is clean, all good. So the first dish, you guys, what we made was buttermilk curry, and that is good. See that? See the beauty of that color? It is very tempting. That is our first dish. Second dish, what we made was Olan. Oh, you know what? I did reserve some in the back and I totally forgot about that. Well, whoopsie daisy. You know what? It's fine. How come you guys didn't say anything? Okay, first dish. Second dish, I'm going to transfer this into our pan here, our serving tray. Yeah. If you like to add more black pepper, you can. I did make this mild, and it is oil free, healthy. It's totally plant based. There's no what is it, yogurt, nothing like that. So if you are looking into that when you're having, this is the dish for you. Okay, as this sits, it will shrink down a bit more, but it is full of flavor. I love it. Okay, second dish, you guys. Okay, next one is the colorful one. I am going to swap this pan out of my way and get this one. Whoop. Yeah. Smoking hot. Within 1 hour, we made 3 curries. Alright, it was absolutely fun cooking along with you guys. Made my life much easier. See that? Especially for Onam, that is in August, and Vishu just passed. But if you're making that vegetable feast, definitely have this. Okay, try that, definitely. Okay, let's transfer all this into our next serving platter. Like I said, you could add more green chilies in this, because the only spice that we get is from that chili, green chilies. So totally up to you how much or how little you want to add it. That red chili, red beans is what it gives that texture, flavor, all that. So I will clean this up on the sides. We're almost done. Anybody feel like they want to follow me, please do hit that follow button. I would greatly appreciate it, and I will let you know when the next live is going to be. But for the time being, I do have it scheduled for every Monday at 5 p.m. So please do tune in. I will have varieties for you guys, exotic, challenging, all those fun facts will be coming your way by hitting that follow button. Yes, every Monday at 5 p.m. I don't know how long. Amazon is a great platform, and I appreciate them giving me a chance to showcase my hometown and its beauties, right? So this is done, you guys. Whew. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Look at that. Excuse me. We just did it. Important to buy fruits when it is in season. Absolutely. Eat healthy. So the nature is providing all the things that is appropriate for your body, what it needs during that season. So we need to utilize that. Definitely check out our local grocery stores. Many of them do have an online shopping, and you can do curbside pickup. By doing so, you're not harming yourself or anybody around you, but you're also enjoying the same deliciousness. So please check out all these curries, and I'll see you next time on Monday at 5 p.m. or sooner. To get that sooner notification, please hit that follow button, or in here somewhere there, but that's okay. All right, got it? Looks amazing. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Any questions, last minute questions? We are gonna log off, and I'm gonna come back to you next time at 5 p.m. Bye, you guys. Thank you.